This is the Guardians and Gladiators podcast, a Special Olympics-based show with your hosts, Losey and Coach.
And here we are in 2023 for Season 3 of Guardians and Gladiators. My name is Losey, and always with me is Coach. How are you doing?
Awesome there, Losey. Thank you so much for asking. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
Hot minute, and it's freezing in here. I don't know if you can see it.
About -5 in here.
Yeah. Well, maybe not quite -5, but we're in t-shirts, Rick. Okay? Give it up. So, how's your time off been?
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
What were you up to?
Oh, just busy at work and family stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. Did you go away for holidays?
We went for a little bit. We went to see my mom in Toronto from Boxing Day to the 28th of December. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. So you missed a little bit of that snow?
Yep.
Excellent. Good for you. All right. Well, let's get into it. Who do we have here today on the first episode of Season 3?
Well, we have, for athlete-wise, he is going to be going to Berlin for the Summer Games.
Germany.
For swimming. Chris Innens and his father, that's the chairman of Special Olympics London, John Innings.
Hello.
Welcome to the studio.
Our pleasure.
Thanks
It's
for
nice
coming
to be
out.
here.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Better than last time off of the little screen.
Yes. So it's nice to be in person again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Awesome. And how are you doing there, John? Or Chris?
Oh, it's good.
Excellent. What have you been up to today?
Oh, it's been a lot of exercise at the Y and swim at the Y, and then I was snowshoeing around the park. And this,
What else did you do?
skiing and hockey, George Bray.
Today?
No, other day.
Yeah.
All
other
today.
day. What did you
I was going to say, that's a lot of stuff today.
Today I was snowing,
Yeah.
the driveway, and I snowshoed.
Oh,
And snowshoeing, and what are you going to be doing tonight after we finish here?
Swimming.
going to swimming, which leads us into
Robarts.
your swimming because you are going to
World Games.
World Games. And where are they?
Brno.
Berlin.
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 He's not excited.
Yeah. When I went to Austria 2017, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
For skiing, right?
Yeah.
yep. So he's one of those unique athletes that's managed to go to a winter's games and now to a summer games. And, sometimes we have people that will go to one type of game and specialize in one sport. Chris likes to spend a lot of time doing lots of different sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what other sports besides swimming do you participate in?
And 400 freestyle, 100 IM.
That's in swimming, but besides swimming, what do you do?
In the summer,
Yeah.
soccer and golf.
Okay. And what do you do in the winter besides swimming?
Skiing at bowlers.
Right. And then what do you do on your downtime?
Ice hockey, George Bray.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Bray seems to be pretty popular with some of the other athletes.
Yep.
No. How is your George Bray new career going?
It ended short.
Oh, no. Did you get fired?
Yep. No, they didn't need me.
Oh, no.
And then Chloe got traded from a different team to split up the teams. So that's it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That is it.
Yeah. We were talking to Murray
How?
from George Bray.
Murray Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was ragging on Chris because he wasn't a coach because Chloe was playing. So I think the next week after that, right?
Yep. Started, and then that was it.
You only did 1 week?
2-3 weeks,
Oh,
and then
okay.
that was it.
Right.
And then they split up the teams.
Short-lived.
Well, they do that from time to time. They'll mix them up.
Yeah.
Don't hang up your coaching spurs yet.
No, I'm not.
I've actually coached in George Bray now for how long, Chris?
Started 94. It'll be 39 years
Wow.
But who's counting?
back in
94? That's only 29 years.
Yeah.
29 years.
Okay, yeah, come on. Don't age me anymore. Than I already am. So,
Long enough, right?
Yeah,
You're coaching
so-
long enough.
Yeah.
so but no, he likes that one. But he's really excited about the swimming. His mom has always been a swimmer, and she used to compete when she was younger.
Okay.
And when Chris first got involved with Special Olympics, he often talked about, oh, I wouldn't mind going to a world game. And his mom said, in swimming? And he went, oh, yeah, absolutely, sure. So who's happier about you going to Berlin, you or mom?
I am.
Okay.
That was a pretty confident answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's fun. How was your experience in Austria?
I always had, it was 5th and 8th place, and it was a slushy hell.
Yeah, it was very warm. But who did you get to meet there?
Other countries, and,
Yeah.
I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey.
Everybody who went to Austria went, we got to see Arnold.
Nice. That's so cool.
And but yeah, and you stayed at a school there, did you?
No, Steg. So it's S-A-C-H.
SATH.
C-H.
I'm not sure what that. Anyways, he went when they go to the World Games. They actually go over about a week before,
Oh, okay.
and the purpose of that is to allow them to get a little bit used to things, get
Yep. Acclimatized.
acclimatized to being the team together.
Yep.
And they usually have a host community away from where the games actually are.
Yeah.
That gives them an opportunity to learn a bit about the country they're going to.
Oh, cool.
So I forget where you were in Austria. Do you remember?
I remember it starts with the S.
Okay. Well, that's more than I remember. No, it's, the Schladming was where the competition was. But where were you before you went to Schladming?
I went to, I forget, it's in the north.
Okay. It was further north.
Okay.
But this time, before they go to Berlin, they're actually going to spend about a week in Munich.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yes, I have fond memories of the Hofbrauhaus in
Yeah.
Munich, so which I don't think he'll get to go to.
No
so
way.
maybe afterwards, but not before. So
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And then you just go and like do tours and stuff. And
there'll be a lot of preparing, getting going. They get to meet some of the athletes from other teams, other countries. But yeah, there will be an opportunity to tour and see various things. I think when you were in Austria, weren't you in a parade?
No.
Okay, I must be thinking of something else. So, but but he had a really good time.
Yep.
He enjoyed it. But it's the one thing that's something that I don't think everybody recognizes is how focused and intense they are. I mean, his mother and I went to Austria, and we got to spend 2 hours one afternoon there with him. The rest of the time, he was overdoing his thing with his team, and we were, on the other side of the fence, so to speak, just being able to root him on. So,
wow,
but
must be odd on your part then, a little bit, because I'm sure you're a little bit more used to being a little closer.
it is. But at the same time, how many parents get to see their children compete on the world stage?
True.
And I mean, Chris says, I got 5th and 8th in Austria. I was still 5th and 8th in the world.
That's exactly.
best
which
thing to
is not bad at all.
No, not at all. Because you've been to
Yeah.
worlds, but you've been to nationals, right?
No,
Oh, provincials.
just provincials.
Provincials, yes.
That's all.
Yeah. Which is still really good. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
it still tops in the province, which when you think about it, is still
Yeah.
really good.
It's all right.
You're too modest, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say he's too modest. So I'm going to, mess up your plans here and say I heard something about the dad joke. of
Oh,
the
yeah.
episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have a new sound effect for it too. I don't have it programmed into the thing yet because normally I just say it's the dad joke of the day, but I'll insert it in post right here.
It's time for the dad joke of the day.
I think I got it, and you probably may have heard it, but what language does a billboard speak?
What?
Sign language.
Okay, I'm old enough. I was still a kid in the 60s. And CBC in those days used to run a show called Razzle Dazzle. And it was, the host was Al Hamill, who was married to, the blonde Chrissy and Three's Company. I forget what her name is at this point.
I think I know who you're talking about, though. Yeah.
And a young woman called Michelle Finney, who, of course, all the 11 to 12-year-old guys at that time were going.
Yeah.
But they had a puppet on the show called Howard the Turtle. And Howard the Turtle used to tell these really bad jokes, and they were called groaners. And that is definitely
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, we've had some really good groaners on this show.
Yeah.
so.
So Chris, what have you been how you been training for your swimming comes Berlin?
Oh, I was doing some squats at the Y.
So yeah, you're training at the Y, and besides squats, what do you do?
I was powerlifting.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and
that,
yeah, what do you call that?
I forget.
You're lifting weights.
Yeah, lifting weights.
Yes.
And besides squats, what other exercises?
Push-ups and sit-ups.
Okay. And when you're not lifting weights or push-ups and sit-ups and squats, what are you doing?
Running
Yeah.
around the track.
And how many times do you have to go around the track?
10 times.
Yep. And then when you're not doing all of that stuff, what do you do?
Just doing something.
Don't you swim?
Yes.
And when you're swimming, what do you do when you're swimming?
Doing some laps.
And how many lengths or laps do you do?
I did 40.
Holy jeepers.
Yeah. And what strokes do? You do front crawl?
Yes, backstroke,
And
butterfly, and breast.
Nice.
so, and yeah, so he's, I think as he said earlier, he's going to be in the 100
I am.
individual medley, which basically means it's the IM is all 4 strokes. So you have to do front crawl, backstroke, butterfly, and breaststroke.
Okay.
Butterflies first, backstroke, breaststroke, and front.
Okay.
So you do that. And then there's the 400 freestyle, which basically means it's up to the athlete to choose the stroke that they use.
Yeah.
But you've got to swim 400 meters. How many lengths of the pool is 400 meters?
16 laps.
16 nonstop. And he does 16 lengths of the pool in approximately 6 minutes.
Wow. That's crazy.
So
Now, is the pool's going to be that? I want to say small, but I have no idea if they're that small or big.
it'll depend. The pools that Chris swims in here are all about 25 meters in length.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's short.
So
I thought they were usually
they
50.
tend to they try to keep it at that length,
Sure.
just because a lot of it's geared to recreational swimmers. They want to make sure that it's not
Too long?
too overpowering.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be the little old lady, dog paddling your way when Chris comes. Look out!
Yeah.
Going
Got the
through.
weight
So,
going over.
There goes that little old lady.
But yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question, and I'll have to find out, and I'll let Lozy know exactly how long the pools are at the games.
Yeah, because I thought, isn't the Aquatic Center the only Olympic-sized pool that we have in London?
It is, but they run when they have competitions there. We've usually run it at 25 meters, but that's because for Special Olympics we have a lot of we'll say lower skilled athletes who will swim, 25 meters, and that's the competition.
Yeah.
But I remember going to one of those competitions, and there was one young lad came to the side of the pool in a wheelchair, had to be helped into the pool. Once he got into the pool, he was on his back, but he swam 25 meters and then got out at the end of it. I mean,
Jeez.
The time really didn't matter. This was a kid that most people would write off as can't do anything.
Sure.
And he got into a pool and he swam 25 meters by himself unassisted.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's
And
amazing.
to me, that's always what makes Special Olympics so great, is that, it doesn't matter how good you are or how bad you are.
Yeah.
If you want to get out and you want to compete, if you want to get out and you want to, exercise, if you want to get out and make friends and, have a good time, there's something in Special Olympics that you can do.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing. Yep. That's so crazy.
So what else have you been doing preparing? Like, you went to Toronto for your training squad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How was that?
It was good, and it was all excellent.
So what did you do in Toronto?
I was doing some running in the gym,
And why did they do that?
just more exercise.
Well, they have a certain standard of what they want them to do as far as the exercise is concerned. So they did a shall we say, a pre-training evaluation, and now on a regular basis, his training coach in London here retests him and resubmits those times that are there. And there will be one, maybe two additional one of these weekends that happen before they all leave in June. So besides the training, what else did you do?
And then we did do all the lengths of the pool,
And how many lengths of the pool did you swim in Toronto?
about 30.
Just 30?
And then in 2 hours.
So you're just dogging it that day.
That
Just
was
having
relatively
fun, right?
easy.
Yeah.
So, well, when the because of COVID, they had a different process for qualifying athletes this time.
Yep.
And so they selected athletes who had times, that would put them into the right. And then they said, okay, you are now eligible for consideration. We need you to send us a video and show us what how well you can swim at this point in time.
Gotcha.
So I had to video Chris doing the 400 meter. So we rented a lane at the aquatic center, got out camera, got it ready to go, everything else, pushed the button, or I should say, I thought I pushed the button.
Oh, no.
You know where the story is going. Had him swim the 16 lengths that was him. He comes to the side of the pool, and I said, okay, I better check and make sure it's okay. I had, I think, about 3 laps recorded, and for some reason, the rest of it had messed up.
Oh, no.
So we said, okay, Chris, so he's been resting at the side of the pool for about 3 minutes at this point in time. You're going to have to swim that again. So he went, okay. Went down to the end of it. 16 more laps, back and forth, comes to the end of it, and I got that one recorded, and that was fine. I think the first time he did it in 6:04, the second time was 6:13.
Wow. That's
So we told that to Special Olympics, and we got this, does he want to do the 800? What did you say? But so how many days a week do you swim?
3 days.
Okay. And how many days a week do you exercise with your trainer?
2 days.
So, and
So, like,
on
swim,
the
exercise, swim,
and then on the 6th day, you do what?
eat.
Okay.
You're right. And then on the 7th day, he works. So,
That's his rest day working, right?
yes. So,
Where do you work?
Well, those Covent Garden Market.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's one of their main dishwashers, and
Right on.
it's they also get him. He does all of the mopping and the sweeping and the major cleaning of the restaurant on weekends as well.
You're in the kitchen too, right?
Yep.
He used to work at Windermere Manor,
Yeah.
and it doesn't exist.
Nope.
No. Now you're at
Idlewild.
Idlewood, the other high-end little inn motel thingy.
Yep.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's now the people don't really appreciate how demanding a job it is. I mean, I've been there a couple of times to watch him do the dishwashing, and I'm sort of going, okay, I don't think he ever rests. It's just sort of nonstop
go,
all
go,
the way
go.
through. As soon as one load's done, it's out. Letting it air dry for a bit, and then it gets over to the drying table, and the next load's ready to come out at that point in time.
Can you confirm?
Yes. yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
Good on you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
No way.
So what are you hoping to do in Berlin?
Thinking about my swimming, to get my hopefully medals.
So what color medal do you want to get in Berlin?
Hoping gold.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And if you don't get a gold, then what are you going to say?
All the best.
Yeah. What's the Special Olympics?
Let me
motto?
be brave in the tent.
Right.
That's right.
So
Let me win, and if I cannot,
Let me be brave in the tent.
That's right.
So, but he is very much focused on his training. So, as we said, when we're done here tonight, he's going to be swimming with his local swim group here with Special Olympics. And how many laps are you going to swim tonight?
Probably about 16 and 4 equals 20. About probably 40.
It's just just a light night.
just
it's
a nice
not that
round
bad.
number that does that.
Adding.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so he's very nonchalant about this, and it's he does the flip turns. He just breathes naturally in the water, and you stick him into the water, and you're going, okay, I wish I could swim like that. So
So now, if Chris, if you're not doing Special Olympics, if you're not working or sleeping, what else do you like to do?
Something else I can.
what do you always if I took out your phone? What are you always doing on your phone?
Text,
And
email, internet.
yeah. So what do you like to look up on the internet?
See all the NHLs and Olympics.
And he likes to do a lot of studying about things.
Okay.
He is a statistics freak. I would think the best way to put it.
Like somebody else over here.
I have no idea who. So he also is our family historian per se.
Oh, yeah.
So if we can't remember when something happens, we'll. As you noticed earlier tonight. So Chris, when did I say? How long have I been in coaching in George Ray?
Yeah.
29 years, not 39 years, but he would know that.
Yeah. He's got the right date down. The year and a half.
What year was Tim Hickman hurt?
1996 in March 20th, the 23rd, back in 96.
Ooh. So
Almost like that would be 27 years.
So okay, and
He was a
what's
young
another
guy.
good statistic to ask you? So when was the last time the Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup?
67
I think everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
And where did they finish in the playoffs last year?
in Toronto.
Yeah, what position in the playoffs did they finish last year?
I forget.
Last.
I don't know. Yeah, and okay. When the Maple Leafs aren't playing, what's your favorite sports team?
And think about the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay.
Not a good team to like
Sorry
this
to
year.
hear that.
Well, there's a reason for that. He has a cousin who lives in Vancouver
Okay.
and is very much of a
Yep.
Canucks fan.
Oh, there you go. Fair enough.
So
That's acceptable.
yeah, that's okay. Who do you not root for in hockey?
There's Boston.
Boston, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't like the Bostons.
Why?
That's what my old sister-in-law likes.
Yeah, but why don't you like Boston? What about
I agree
those
with you.
guys that wear red?
Montreal?
Montreal Canadian?
Yeah, do you like them?
No.
Why?
No. It's just
Why don't you like the Habitant?
It's because he's a Leafs fan.
yes.
Okay, well that's
And they're playing
fair.
the show on.
So how much? So what all Maple Leaf stuff do you have at home?
Jersey and blankets.
And
Some my shirts
and
and tops.
and
Puzzle.
and
Some glass.
and
Some stuff.
don't you have slippers that are Maple Leaf?
Yeah, and it broke.
Oh, they broke. Okay.
And they was
Sorry.
it worn out.
just like
They
the
like,
team.
they like, to, yeah, they like to do that to their fans.
Just break them. You get along with my son Jeremy. He loves the Leafs. He's got all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Long suffering.
Yep.
And one of these days, maybe something will happen, but we'll have to see. So I said maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm
always
I'm
hope.
not one of those ones that builds the bandwagon every spring.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is the year, right? This is the
One
year.
so
Going all the way this year.
but who do you go and watch in town?
London Knights?
Yeah. So he follows the Knights as well,
Yep.
and he likes he roots for them, and we share seasons tickets on those. So
Yep.
when he's not working, he likes to go and see that.
Nice. Do you see all the other athletes there? There's always a bunch that are at the Knights games.
I see them quite
Yeah.
a lot. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's amazing how many athletes are at those Knights games.
Yeah.
Lots of times.
Yeah.
But,
So I think Scotty's got season tickets, right?
No.
No?
No, he just buys.
Oh, he seems to go there every game.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
through the passport.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, so he'll go to his work and like buy me the months,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and then they get them.
Nice.
yeah, a lot of the athletes use the passport funding as a way for that, and for a lot of these guys,
Mhm.
it's the only real entertainment that they have. Be outside of playing their sports or anything else. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, you sit there and you go, okay. So, but it's always, I don't think I can go to a Knights game without running into somebody I know.
Yeah.
So, which is nice.
Yeah.
So,
It's always nice just to say hey. How long have you actually been involved in Special Olympics, and how long have you been the chair of the London division?
I've been chair for approximately, I think I'm in year 4 of a 2-year term at this point in time. As with a number of us, and a number of organizations, COVID really did a number on things. So I've been involved on the council for about 5 years. I've been involved with the fantastic fundraiser for about 4 years on top of that. Been before that, a enthusiastic supporter of it. Again, always making sure that Chris was able to participate in what he wanted to do. His mother was his swim coach for many years,
Right.
so she was doing that. And I happened to be his coach in George Bray hockey. So it's, I had that aspect of it. And so, yes, I've always known lots of Special Olympians because of the cross, registration between them. And you go to a George Bray game, and probably half to 2/3 of the players there participate in Special Olympics as well.
Yeah.
Which is why this weekend there's going to be a dearth of players.
Missing.
And my team is going to be looking for a goalie because.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse's, eh?
but because Jesse Clifford is not going to be there.
No,
So,
no, he's my goalie.
Yeah, I'm stealing him for the weekend.
yes. So,
Gonna be my goalie for tomorrow.
but yeah, so I started off always being involved with the hockey part behind it. Then when Chris got involved with the swimming, on part of it in George Bray, his mother got involved with him with that, and I'd always been around the periphery, so to speak, for a number of years. And about 6 years ago, somebody said to me, came to me and said, would you consider running or being part of the community council? And I said, not now, but yes, in the future I would. Mm-hmm. So a year before I retired, I knew they were looking for somebody to take over the community coordinator or chairmanship of the council. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. Mm-hmm. And have been trying to do my best for the athletes in London since then. So
nice.
But it's sometimes it's daunting. We said COVID really messed things up. We've had people who are still somewhat fearful of being in large groups that used to come out and be fully involved in coaching and volunteering. We haven't been able to hold a fundraiser since 2019 at this point in time, or a major fundraiser. Mr. Mills has managed to have the golf tournament every year and a few other minor ones, but our major one we haven't had.
Right.
We haven't had a athletes rewards banquet since 2019 either, and we like to on an annual basis recognize athletes who have been outstanding in their own particular sport over that year, and we've always like to identify an athlete of the year as well. Recognize athletes like Chris who are going on to competition at the national or the international level. So lots of things we haven't been able to do, and we're looking and hoping very much to bring those back this year. So for everyone who loves those aspects of Special Olympics, stay tuned. Fingers crossed that we're able to bring it together. So,
well, I mean, things have been looking on the up and up for the most part. Yep. I know there was a little bit of a scare, but I think overall most people are pretty good with how things have been going.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. So, Chris, now I know I've asked this to a couple athletes who have brought their parents on. Who's the better coach, mom or dad?
Mom?
Wow.
You want to think about that for a second.
I didn't even think. Just mom.
No hesitation at all. No. Let me see.
Oh, you're walking a swimming
So
tonight.
is he going to be playing tomorrow, or is he benched?
I stepped down from head coaching duties to assistant coach a few years ago, so he's lucky. And so, but I may have a conversation with him. You never know.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So Chris, as you see, is a man of few words for the most part.
Yeah.
And, but he does love his sports, and he always tries his hardest on it. And I still remember the first provincial games that I saw him at, and I'd never seen him compete in a provincial level before. Yeah, that was in track and field of all things. So, which there may be a reason why he doesn't do that anymore. But at that point in time. And I remember the first race he was in was 200 yards or something like that, or meters, whatever it was. And the first race, he got beaten soundly. But the second race came out because there was a heat system at that point in time. And I saw him coming around the track, and the look of determination on his face, which was, I am going to succeed. I am going to beat this person. I'm going to do whatever I can to be successful. He won a medal in that.
Nice.
Wow.
And I remember sitting back and going, wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen him do that since then. You know, he one day he said, I want to do skiing. Okay.
All right,
You know, so we take him out to skiing. Then he's doing alpine skiing. Then I hear, okay, he's going to a provincial game. Good, fine. Glad, did well on that, everything else. Then I hear he's going to Quebec for the national games.
Back in 08.
Yeah. And, they put him in an event he'd never been in before.
Yeah.
Got a medal in that.
Oh, wow.
You know, and you're sitting there and you're just sort of going, wow.
Yeah. It's like,
But
who's this
I
kid?
think it is that's the thing that I've always found inspiring of the people that participate in Special Olympics is they want to win, they want to do well, they want to succeed just like everybody else does. And you give them the opportunity to do it, and they're going to show you what they can do.
Yeah.
So
That's,
Yep.
what we're going to find out tomorrow, too, right?
Yep.
It's what's going to happen tomorrow. We're not going to find out tomorrow.
We're
What's
win.
going to happen?
We're gonna win, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Not hopefully. The nice thing, at least, it's just like it's another friendly tournament that.
Well,
Friendly.
better than us.
What?
Better than the one here.
Why? We came in second.
Yeah, but there's gonna be more teams tomorrow than
Well,
here.
more teams in. Yeah,
And we
like
get a
overall.
medal.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get a medal tomorrow than what you guys got here.
There's a lot of C teams in the tournament that we're going to tomorrow. There's only 3 B teams, but a C team is playing in the B division. But it'll be a fun day.
Yep.
it's I'd rather see the C playing in the B instead of the other way around. So, but it's Hey, I'm sure everybody's going to have fun.
Yeah,
Always
And
do.
it's gonna be a long day, long bus ride. Bus leaves at 9:15. Leaves.
I'll be there at 9:16.
yes. So
That's good. So is there any fun things happening, or what news in the London Special Olympics community is happening, or is joined or
we have
changed?
There's a lot of provincial qualifiers are going on, as you know. We now have a qualifier that's been scheduled in curling. We have got bowling has been scheduled as well. Special Olympics Ontario is ramping up and looking for the qualifiers so that we can get back into the schedule, so to speak. One thing that's quite exciting for a number of players was that in the spring of 2020, there was supposed to be a spring games in Waterloo. We all know what happened in 2020, and that got canceled. So there were an awful lot of athletes who were very disappointed that they couldn't go. And what Special Olympics Ontario has done has invited everybody who qualified for that games to come back and attend a rescheduled spring games from 2020 this spring.
Yes.
So there are going to be,
We have some
I'm not
powerlifting
sure how
athletes in
many
there.
it is. I'm going to say probably as many as 50 athletes from the area that are going to be heading back to Waterloo, competing in everything from swimming through, I think it's track,
Powerlifting.
Yeah.
powerlifting.
10 pence, gymnastic, and basketball.
Thank you. See, my statistics guy. And and they're all going to be looking to qualify for national games.
Yep.
So the hiatus is over, we hope, and we're now going to get back into the schedule where we're going to see provincial qualifiers, provincial games, which then become the qualifiers for the national games, and then the resetting and the going forward of the world games as well. So
It's a lot happening between now and what is it, June, right?
Yes. So it's an extremely busy time.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate in London that we have an awful lot of experienced and dedicated volunteers who, quite frankly, enjoy running tournaments and are prepared to put their time in to do it. So, one of them who you've mentioned earlier, and we have several others that are doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's funny, but for some strange reason, one of the first communities that Special Olympics Ontario turns to when they want somebody to do a qualifier is London.
So that's what I hear.
Yep.
I hear that a lot, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, running a qualifier, running these events, it requires volunteers, it requires people to help. And anyone who's listening to this and, would love to come out and find out why these guys that participate like Lozy and like Chris, are the exceptional athletes they are, and, how much fun you can have with them.
Yeah.
Please, give us a call.
Yeah.
We're always looking for somebody to come out to help.
Yeah.
And, it's something that everybody who's ever gotten involved with it has gone, wow, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. So
if you don't know anybody who might be involved in it, like the only reason why I'm involved in it was a guy that I coached hockey with was a coach as well. So if you're not aware of somebody who's in it, who or what's the best place to reach that then?
So we have a Facebook page and we also have a website. Sorry. There is on the website there is a contact email and there's a telephone number.
Yep.
Both of those happen to come to me, so that if you're interested, drop me a line, by telephone or by email, and I'll put you in touch with our volunteer coordinator, and he'll take you through the rest of the process.
Yeah. Armand is a good guy.
Yes, he is.
He is.
He
So,
is.
yeah, you can always see everybody who's involved on the council on the About Us page, which
We're not on.
probably going to change soon.
So
There's some new additions to it.
absolutely, but no, as I said, it's great, and hey, the other thing is I just love what Lozy and you are doing here. I think this is fantastic, and we've actually had received comments from outside of London that says so.
From this.
Yes.
Nice.
I did something good.
Wow. We did a thing.
I did something good.
No, that's great to hear. Like Chris is mostly trying to get, more involvement in it, like from outside. But yeah, like our goal this year is to definitely expand the listenership, just the awareness of both this program and Special Olympics, general as a whole. So, we're really trying to make this accessible, pardon the pun, but to people who aren't involved in Special Olympics, and by getting the guests that we have on. So
yeah, I mean, one of the things that I think we always challenge with is trying to get people to understand the difference between Special Olympics, Paralympics, and even the Olympics.
Yes.
Because again, they see Olympics and they're going, okay, what does that mean?
yeah,
And it's It is a challenge at times, and I commend you guys for what you're doing, because I think that it's anything that we can do to get people to understand more of what we do, why we do it, and why it's as rewarding for us and as rewarding for the athletes as it is.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and that's always one of the questions that we always ask. The coaches and volunteers. Like, why is this important to you? And it's the answer is generally always we get more out of it than what we put in, and it's so fulfilling and fun, and it's a great experience. So
it is.
I've enjoyed my 2+ years, I guess, now that I've been doing this. So
yeah.
So not to rush you or anything, but I think we're definitely pushing your time. So Lozy, do you have any other questions for Chris and John? So, any questions on your side?
No, I'm just saying this is
Our
fantastic.
big question.
What's that?
Chips.
Oh my goodness, you are right. Holy cow. I forgot my trademark question. Okay, what's your preference? Chips or sweets?
Chips.
Chocolate.
Sweets.
All right, so we'll put one for chips, one for sweets.
Yeah.
They split
I'll
it.
never turn down a chip either. So,
But if I've got a bowl of chips and a bowl of candy or chocolate or whatever, which one are you reaching for first?
if there's chocolate, it'll be chocolate.
There you
if
go.
there is no chocolate there, then it's the chips definitely.
Right.
So,
But that's the question. I've got
Yeah.
one of each in front of you.
You ever did both
um,
at the same time?
Have you ever had chocolate dipped ruffle chips?
no, I've never. That's an interesting idea. So
He says there's a thing, but I don't know.
I've had chocolate covered pretzels, which is sort of
It's
similar
close.
to that.
It's close. It's along
Yes.
those lines.
But the sweet and salty is wonderful. together.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for taking time. I know you guys
thank
are in a
you.
rush. I didn't mean to take
no,
this
you
as
get
long
me
as we
talking.
did, but
I can't talk. I'm the opposite. He's the quiet one, and I'm the one that talks.
quiet
all the time.
stoic one over here.
So
All right. Well, Chris, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck at in Germany there. Good luck with your practice. Yeah.
and he will be wearing London colors as much as he can while he's there.
Purple
so.
as you can, eh?
And so
Just hang tight
so
there, buddy.
It'll be fun, and he'll be doing great.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Chris. Well, again, thanks guys for coming out.
thank you.
Chris, shut her down.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, buddy.
Folks, thank you for joining us. Stay safe. Stay
safe. Be
stay-
kind.
Oh, yeah. Stay safe. Be kind. Until next week. See ya.
Bye, everybody.